Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today in this particular video, we are going to see how we can build AI apps in Postgres. And this platform is basically called as PostgresML. So first of all, what exactly is Postgres? Postgres is nothing but it is the world's most advanced open source relational database. That basically means now you can actually create your AI apps within the specific database, and just by writing a simple SQL query, you will be able to retrieve the results, you'll be able to train the model, you'll be also able to deploy the models. So in this specific video, I'm going to cover the entire demo about this by using this amazing platform, and we'll be seeing that what all things we can actually do. So what exactly is PostgresML? It is a complete MLOps platform in a PostgreSQL extension. Build simpler, faster, and more scalable models right inside your database. Now, as you know, guys, whenever we probably write any kind of queries, we can actually retrieve the results from the database quickly itself. So here are the examples, and we'll also be seeing what all things it will be able to do, So considering the task, you can see over here text generation, translation, EN to FN, English to French, text classification, zero sort classification, all the different kind of tasks it is able to do it. Along with this, you can also create a machine learning model, deep learning models. Even just by using LLM models, you can perform a lot of tasks itself. So all those things I will be trying to show you in the demo itself, in the PostgresML itself platform. And I'll show you step by step what all things you should definitely do. Now, some of the important things, what all languages it specifically support. Python is there, JavaScript is there, SQL is there, so you can probably do with all the three things, but I'm pretty much interested with SQL because most of the people who are SQL developer can definitely use this. What you can build. So here you have chatbots, here you have site search, fraud detection, forecasting, and this is the most important thing in this particular platform, right? So if you have probably seen some of my end-to-end LLM projects, the older way was probably be using Hugging Face or OpenAI or LangChain, converting the entire data into vectors, then querying it, saving it in some kind of databases like MongoDB, CassandраDB, and then probably, just querying it, doing some kind of similarity search and getting the result. So here you could see that in the older way, we had to probably implement a lot of embedding models, nearest neighbors, prompt creation, user data, RLHF data, pruning model, text generation, and many more. But now in PostgresML, this entirely things all are embedded within them, and just you need to probably query it after you save all the entire data in the database itself. And with respect to any query, you will be able to get the response. Okay. So machine learning, as easy as 1, 2, 3, you will be also able to train, deploy, and predict. It is 40 times faster than Python microservices. And here you can see how many supported algorithms are there. So you should definitely know all these things, because tomorrow, if you're specifically going into the industry, if there is chances that you can probably make your application much more faster, I would suggest always go ahead with PostgresML. Toolkits, what all it supports, it has Hugging Face, LightGBM, PyTorch, TensorFlow, Scikit-learn, XGBoost, and probably Hugging Face has almost all the libraries. Models, what all it focuses on or supports: Llama, WizardLM, Mistral, Falcon, Orca, the Bloke, the BERT, Platypus. And languages, already we have spoken about. There are many languages that has been supported by this is C, C++, C#, Go, Julia, Lua, Node, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, Rust, Swift. So amazing it is. And with respect to IDs, you can also use with VS Code, Jupyter, Power BI, and many more, right? So let's start this and let's see how good it is. Before I go ahead, I really want to show you the GitHub. Again, it is completely open source. You can definitely go ahead and use it. So what exactly PostgresML is? It is just generative AI and simple ML with PostgreSQL. Understand the database is PostgreSQL, and all the tasks that we specifically do with respect to machine learning, deep learning, LLM can be possible with it. All this kind of task of NLP you can actually do. Vector databases also it supports. You can see some of the examples, probably converting English into French. You'll be able to get the result. Sentiment analysis SQL query. Just by writing a SQL query like this, select PGL ML.transform. PGML is basically the library itself, which we may have to install also. And here are multiple examples with respect to this, right? As I said that use any of the popular tools to connect PostgreSQL with SQL queries. You can have all this kind of tools, ID specifically, more options you have with respect to different programming languages. There are specific libraries to do that. So let's go ahead, and one important task statement regarding the NLP task, PostgreSML integrate Hugging Face transformer to bring state-of-art NLP models in the data layer. So let me quickly go ahead. First of all, I will go ahead and sign out, and initially the step is to go ahead and sign up. So I will continue with my Google account. So here it is. I'm continuing with my Google account itself. Over here, just to try, I've already created one database itself. If you really want to create a database, just go ahead and click on new database. Use any of these three. I would suggest start with this state serverless. It is completely for free. It supports vector databases, inferences services, document store. If you want GPU, this is there, multiple GPU burst capability, and click on get started. As soon as you click on get started, you just create the database. You have some cache, storage, GPU worker, okay? So once you do this, I will go to my dashboard, and this is how a database will probably get created. You'll find all this information, metrics, activity, any kind of activity that you are specifically doing. So everything is there. You can probably see that I have done some kind of query statements and all the information is there. Now to start with, just to quickly show you the demo over here, you have a lot of options like manage, notebook, projects, models, snapshot, upload data. You can also create your new database. Like if I probably go ahead and create a new database or upload data, right? Like creating a table, you can upload your CSV file and the table name with respect to that same CSV file and just upload it. After that, go to the notebook and you can probably create a new notebook like how I have actually creating this housing data set, and I can start querying it, okay? But to begin with, I'm going to show you multiple things. One is deep learning with transformers. So this is what I'm going to show it, and it also has this integrated Jupyter notebook, like how we have a Jupyter notebook installed over here, right? So first task you can see over here, we will be seeing with respect to translation. If it wants to probably convert any text from one language to the other, we can use this technique. So by default in this notebook, you'll be able to see that we'll be having this PGML installed, right? So if you probably write this query, see pgml.transform, here you're given the model name, what it is basically going to translate from English to French. The inputs, what all inputs you're specifically giving, it will be in the form of array. It's just like a list in Python. So welcome to the future. We have, where have you been all this time? And I'm telling to convert as French. So probably if you go ahead and execute it, for executing again, you can probably just enter shift enter like how we do in the Jupyter notebook, or you can also click on run. So as soon as I probably run this, you will be able to see the answer. The translation test is this. I don't know French, so definitely check it out. Let's say if I say thank you and just execute it. Merci. Okay, merci is right because that much French I can understand. Okay. So here it is. The next task is with respect to sentiment analysis. Now sentiment analysis here uses one use of text classification, but there are many others. The model returns both a label classification like positive, neutral, negative and all. So here along with SQL, you also have markdown option. You can probably select it any kind of text like that. And here you can see the example demonstrates specifying the model to be used rather than the task. You can probably see over here. I will just make it up. Rather than the task, the Robota large MNLI model specifies the task of sentiment analysis. So if here also you can probably see how simple it is. Just by writing a SQL query, you'll be able to do this. Now here you can see select pgml.transform. Again, the model that I'm specifically using. Again, this model can change. Again, you can probably refer the Hugging Face API itself and what all models are specifically there for sentiment analysis. You can mention that over here. And inputs, I love how amazingly simple ML has become. I hate doing mindless and thankless tasks. So if I probably go ahead and execute this, here you can probably see label neutral for the first, score is 0.81, label neutral 0.76. Okay, so as positivity, we are just trying to see as positivity. If you probably go ahead and see with respect to negativity, here also you will be able to get the answer itself. Okay, so this is another one amazing example. I will also be showing you how you can probably train a machine learning and deep learning application and how simple it is basically to just to deploy. Okay. Now this is one example. Another text summarization. Again, for the entire documentation, you can watch it over here. It's more about using the best thing, guys. Okay. how things really become easy by coming up with all this kind of things that are there. Okay, so here you can see again we have used pgml.transform. Here we have used summarization. Input array is this one, and we can probably read down this particular array, and then we will try to convert this over here, and let's see what kind of text summarization we have got. So here you can see Dominic Cobb is the foremost practitioner of the artist of the insertion of inserting oneself into a subject dreams, so and so and so. So this big text, the text summarization is also ready. Now the next example is with respect to question answering. Again, we have used OpenAI LLM models. You've seen all that in my videos. We had to really write a lot of line of code, importing, installing, and many things as such. But just with a simple 4-liner code, you can see that select pgml.transform. Here you have question answering, input array, question is am I dreaming, context is I got a good night's sleep last night and started a simple tutorial over my cup of morning coffee. The capabilities seem unreal compared to what I think, and here if I probably see the answer answer is good night's sleep. Okay, so answer is staring me in the face and I feel the uncanny call from beyond the screen to check the results. Right, I got a good night's sleep. So that is what is the answer that is probably over here. Now similarly you can also do with respect to text generation. Again, some models will be used. 3 rings for the 11 kings under the sky, 7 from the dwarf lords in the halls of stone. So again, there also pgl.transform. Everywhere pgl.transform is there, and it's more like a SQL query itself. Right, so here if you probably execute it, here you'll be able to see it. 3 rings of logs, and it has continued the statement with respect to the text generation. Again, so super amazing, super important. You can probably use this. At the end of the day, everything this specific library is basically doing. Okay. Now the next thing is that let me show you one more notebook, and let me just show you this handwritten image classification. This is basically a deep learning application. Now here you can see that within this vector database, there are also default data sets. So in order to load the data set, I'll just go ahead and write select star from pgml.load dataset. Once I probably go ahead and execute it, here you can probably see that this table, it is showing, it is having 1797 records. At the end of the day, these are like handwritten digits in the form of arrays. So we can view a sample of the data set. Again, to view it, select target array to JSON, right? This entire array is basically converted to JSON. This will be my second field from pgml.digits, and we are just saying give the top 10, right? So how easy it is basically becoming, guys. Just imagine you're just writing SQL queries, and from this only you're able to get everything. Now the next thing is that how we can train these models. Okay, so images are of 8 x 8 grayscales. So if you have probably seen MNIST data set, so there you'll be also able to see that it has 0 to 9 characters. Okay, so how to train it? Again, in PGML you have transform. One function was transform, one function was load data set, and then here you can probably see you just need to write select start from pgml.train. Whatever is the project name you can give it over here. Task, what kind of task you want to give. It is a kind of classification, specifically multi-class classification. Here the relation name will be pgml.digits, which is basically coming from here, pgml.digits. And the target column is nothing but the target. So here are the two information, see, target and this pgml.digits. So once you probably give this and execute it, it will start doing the classification. And here you can see projects, handwritten, task classification, algorithm, linear, deployed false. Still we have not done the deployment. I will show you how the deployment also happens with respect to this. Okay, now we can view some of the prediction of the model on the training data. So in order to do the training prediction, I'm doing pgml.predict. Again, same thing, the model whatever we created in deep learning also, there also we have train, there also we have predict. So predict handwritten images, and this is what is the image that I'm giving as prediction, and we can probably check it out. So all the predictions you can see over here is correct for the top 10 records. So it really creates a good model itself. Now if you really want to go ahead and see what all models it has basically created, so you can probably go over here and click on models. From this you can see all the models, and probably linear SVM has a very good accuracy, so probably it will be using SVM. You can also select different algorithms. Now all these algorithms are with different F1 score. Okay, I probably, if you want to go ahead and see and probably create this, you can go it over here. So if I go down, right, see, so this is my prediction. Now what we will do, I have already executed that previously, so that is all the models that you'll be seeing. Now here what I'm doing, select project name from models algorithm, model metrics F1, right? All these things information from the models itself. And then we are joining with respect to the project to make sure that we match with the project ID, right? So here it is, and it has got executed. This is what the F1 score that we are getting with respect to different algorithms. And then what you can do, you can probably see for different algorithms, ridge, stacko, stochastic, passive, SVM, this is there. So you just go and see it. It is very simple. It is very simple, guys, because I'm just seeing select queries over here, right? Support vector machines, this is there. So I will just go and run it. So here you'll be able to see all the tasks, right? This is really good, right? Now, perfect. Now, if I probably go into the models, this will basically be my updated models. All the models are there, Light GBM, XGBoost, Random Forest, everything as such. Okay. Now, once this model is basically created, you can probably see all these models. I will again go to the notebook, and there is one notebook which is basically called as managing model deployments. So if you probably go and see, there is deploy the best model for prediction use. So I'll say select star from pgml.deploy, handwritten digits, best score. Okay, so based on the best scores, we are going to do the deployment. So here you can see that it has got successfully executed. It hardly took 4.9981 milliseconds. And if I probably go ahead and now see the snapshot, right? So here you'll be able to see this is my next model that has got deployed. So previous also I deployed one model, but this is what is the most recent model that you have. You have all recent score, you have all this information, right? Features, everything. So nicely it is basically done, right? So all the information you can probably see it over here, table size, this, right? And just see the deployment, prediction. Again, prediction can basically be done with the notebooks itself. So go ahead and now try it out. You upload your own new data set. As soon as you upload it, make sure that you rename that particular data set, and because that data set will be created as a form of a table itself. And just by using this specific notebooks, you can try it out. Not only this, there is machine learning, there is also tumor detection, different use cases are there, which is quite amazing, right? Automatically the model is basically getting created. Now, what I feel, guys, as we go ahead, right, we should definitely move from the normal way of writing code to this kind of platforms, because it will be super easy for you whenever you are executing things that you specifically know. It is always good. Now you're going one step ahead. So you should know all these techniques as you go ahead. So I hope you like this particular video. So this was about the PostgresML. Please go ahead and check it out. I will provide you all the link in the description of this particular video, and let me know whether you like this particular video or not. So yes, this was it from my side. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you and all. Take care. Bye-bye.